Hi, I'm Rhys. I am a software developer at IceBlue. I work on building software for clients and internal projects. The majority of it is working on code and testing the projects they're working on, but it does include also conversing with the clients on the details of how they'd want it to work and what changes they'd like making. And then also I offer support to the junior members of the team as well. The main one, which is quite simple, is knowing how to code and the coding language that you work in. And that is all dependent on the company that you work for and what they code in. It is different per one. I'd say like attention to detail is always key, because when sort of testing to make sure that you haven't missed anything, where it be a functional skill or the way that something looks for a website. Logic, I think, is such a key thing to look for, because you need to, if it's a system, you need to think about the flow of how the stuff works, and logically looking at the code of, does this work and will it follow? So I like the variance. So for me, working at a smaller company, I'm not pigeonholed into one type of programming, one type of project. One day I'll work on a website, one day I'll work on a system for calculating the dimensions and the weights for buildings, cover some of informational dashboards that we use internally and externally for clients. For me, I went down sort of the IT and computing route, and I found that really helpful. Maths as well, I think, is key. Not to a high level, but just the basics will help. While these are good school subjects to have, if you haven't got them, it is something that can very easily be self-taught. You just need to put the time into learning it. So I started off doing work experience here quite a few years ago, and then I went to university. As part of my university degree, I did a sandwich placement year. So I came back and worked for a year, and then went back, finished my uni degree, and then came back and now work here full time. So outside of the job, I did a games programming degree at university, and then when I came back, I did Microsoft Azure certifications while I was learning on the job. So I knew that I wanted to work in some form of tech or IT. When I was doing my IT college course, we did a module on programming and started doing it there, and was like, yeah, this is what I want to do, and the rest is history. So I went down the university route, and that is primarily like what used to be the preferred option from what I saw. But there are a lot of other ways to do it, and it can be seen as that job from your bedroom, and can be very self-taught, and that is one way into it. The other way that you can do is going through work experience, joining a company, doing apprenticeships, and I would suggest those options as quite hands-on learning ways of doing it, getting your practical knowledge on top of the theoretical knowledge. So I think the best thing to do is go and build stuff and share it. If you're building something, you can then put it onto your portfolio for when you're applying for jobs. If you keep building new and different things, you're trying out different coding languages, you're trying different frameworks and softwares and tools. These are all things that the more like range that you have, like the easier it is to step into those jobs. Collaborate with people. Always, like, you don't have to have all the skills. A website is made up of the artistic side of things, the functional programming side of things, the word content on there. You don't have to be good at all of them. You can work with friends or with other colleagues, like you do at a job, to cover those different assets. So you don't have to have all of it. So collaborate with different people.